This woman turns around and says this to me. Hi guys, it's Shonnytee and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, welcome and thank you for coming to this video. Today's video is going to be a story time, and it's going to be about the time I had my worst hairstylist experience ever. And when I say ever, I mean ever. So without further ado, let's get straight into this video. But before we get into this video, make sure to like, comment and subscribe. Make sure to turn your post notifications on to all so you can always be notified every single time your girl posts a new video. And also don't forget to share this video and make someone have a laugh. So without further ado, let's get straight into this story time. So I remember this was a few years ago. I can't remember exactly when it was, but I remember it was near my birthday and I had to plan ahead because girls, you know how it is. You want to plan, you want to make sure that you're looking the best for your birthday. You need to be looking on top, you need to be looking absolutely beautiful, you need to look stunning, you need to be on point. So I had to make sure that I thought ahead and thought, right, okay, your birthday is November, so you need to make sure that you book this hair appointment like a month in advance, because this woman was like, you know, always getting booked up and stuff. You couldn't just be like, oh, can you do it next week? Like, you had to make sure that you planned ahead. And, you know, I'd had her do my hair before. I'd asked her to put a weave in before and she'd done it great. I remember that I got recommended by somebody. I bet if someone watched this video and they actually hear the story, they may know who I'm talking about. So if you know, you know. But anyway, they recommended this hairstylist to me because I'd never heard of them. And I was like, oh, okay. And they'd done my hair before. They did a right nice weave for me and I loved it. Did it perfect, spot on. And she did it cheaper than what most people are charging. And she did a wicked job and I looked amazing. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to this woman now. This is my woman because, you know, she's got manners, she's lovely, her customer service is great. You text her and she replies, or you call her and she replies, you know, she tells you exactly how much it's going to cost, you know. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to be going to you all the time, love, because I'm liking your customer service and you deserve my money. Do you know what I mean? So I was like, I text her, it must be a couple months later. Or maybe, you know, because I'm like, I need my hair. I don't always like having a weave. I haven't had a weave for years because, you know, obviously it pulls your hair. So I had a rest, a big long rest. And then I was like, you know what? I want a weave for my birthday again because I don't want it to be that I'm having to do my hair and mess about. I just want that to be one thing I don't have to mess about and it's already looking cute. So I was like, okay, I'm going to text her. Or, you know, I texted her and then she replied, and then we arranged when I was going to go to her house and get it done. So we, you know, made the arrangements and all I have to do is buy the hair, obviously make sure I wash my hair, which I do anyway, make sure that it's all cane road and stuff like that. And then all I'm going to do is get there, and then she normally ends up putting some like oil in your hair and whatever to hold it in place and stuff. But I always oil my scalp before, you know, because why wouldn't you? You wouldn't go to a hairstylist with dry scalp. It's just something you wouldn't do. So I go to her. It comes to the day of the appointment. Everything's great. I've got the hair, you know, everything. So I arrive at her house, and the thing is, because she's a at-home stylist, she's got, I don't know how many kids she had. I completely forgot, but I think she had like three kids or something like that. And oh yes, she did, because yes, she did. She had 3 kids. She had a newborn and then 2 kids. So the house was quite hectic. I remember I'd go there and they'd be running about and stuff, and I'd be like, oof, you know, she's got her hands full. But anyway, I used to go to her house. She'd be doing my hair. So I go to her house anyway, and she's doing my hair. And she's like, oh, have you washed your hair? Da, 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 da. I'm like, yeah. And this one time I went on my own. My mom came with me last time because we didn't know her, you know, it was my first time getting my hair done by her and we didn't know who she was. And of course, my mom didn't want me to be just going to some random person's house. So, you know, I go to get my hair done. She's doing my hair and whatever. She's K-rowing it, and she's, you know, sewing the thread in and whatever to hold the braids in place. And then all of a sudden she starts putting the weave in, and she's doing it and whatever. And while she's doing it, you know, I'm just sat there on my phone because I have no reason to, you know, be worried. She's doing my hair, she's done it great before, so I'm just gonna be on my phone. The only thing was, I was a bit like, because I normally have my mum there to help me, you know, you always need someone to kind of help you with, like, you always want someone's opinion to just be sure and be like, does this look good? Does it look all right? You know, how's it going so far? You know, is it looking good? You know, just someone to always be there and just make sure that they are doing a good job, because obviously that's what I'm paying for. I'm paying for you to do a good service to me, so I ain't giving you money if my hair looks crap. So I've been, you know, like I said, I was on my phone when she was doing my hair, and the next minute she's like, oh, it's nearly done. And then before I knew it, it was done. And I was like, oh my God, do you know what I mean? She did it so quick. So I was buzzing about that. So, you know, after I'm done, she goes and gets her mirror for me so I can have a look, and then she'll hold it. You know, when hairstylists put the mirror like in front of you, and then they'll also put like behind you so you can see exactly how it looks. And she made me go like that so I could see and whatever, and I was so impressed. I was like, oh, this looks lovely. And then she combed it some way, and you know, she combed it and made it look great, and I thought, this looks great. So I was buzzing. I paid my money. I said thank you, see you soon. And she was like, I'll have a great birthday and whatever. I go home, I show my mum it, get home, you know, I show it her, and she's like, oh, that looks nice. And you know, like I said, I asked my mum, I wanted her opinion. I wanted her to say, yes, it looks great, so I can be like, okay, it looks great. You know, I paid money, I paid for a good service. And then she goes to me, why does your weave look all humped? And I went, does it? But as soon as I heard that, I just thought, uh-oh. Because, you know, when you just think, this is why I like my mum to come with me. Just, you know, for another opinion. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. But this particular time, my mum didn't, because she was working. So I went on my own. And she went, it's humped. I went, is it? She went, yes, it's supposed to be sitting flat and it's not. And obviously it had nothing to do with my plaits, because I didn't plait it. She did it. Obviously she had to plait it her own certain way. I plaited my hair, then she has to, you know, like sew like some type of extensions in and whatever, braid it for me. So my mum was like, yeah, it's humped. She's like, I wonder if she's done the braids, the extension braids too big, because it wasn't like this last time. And she's going like this on my head, pressing it like in the middle, and the weave's all nice and flat going down, and then in the middle you can just go like that and it moves. So she was like, yeah, that's humped. She's like, she's not done a very good job. She's like, obviously you paid money for this, so you want it to look as great as possible. So she was like, you need to contact her. And I thought, yeah, I do, because my birthday's coming up and I'm not having my hair like that. So I remember I contacted her and told her, can you do it for me, such and such. And then I remember she was so booked up that I ended up having to keep it, I think, for my birthday. I was fuming. I was fuming because, you know, it's like, I paid for the service and it's not what I wanted. I want my hair to look amazing for my birthday. It didn't. So I called her and I was like, hiya. I says, I need to come back to you because, you know, my weave it's got a hump in it. And when I comb it, you know, I can see the humps and I can see, like, you know, like the track and whatever, and it's not looking good. It's not look how it's supposed to. Whereas last time when you did it for me, you know, I could comb it, have it any direction I want, tie it up, whatever. It didn't matter. But this time it's humped. So I was like, yeah, you know, it's not looking good and I need to come back and do it again. So she tells me I can come round to hers to get it sorted, right? And then I go around to hers and I come back and she already looks like she's in a pissy mood with me. Oh my God, guys, I missed such a crucial part of this story time while I was filming. So I'm gonna just tell you it now. So basically, obviously I get to her house and like I've just said, she seemed in a right pissy mood with me and I wondered why she was in such a pissy mood with me. And I remember like I said, when I told you she'd done my hair and it wasn't right, and I'd obviously done it for my birthday, and of course it was my birthday, I want to look cute, but I wasn't going to look cute with that botched weave. Bruh. So I got my mum to help me remove it because she was going to redo it anyway, right? So I got my mum to remove it for me, help me remove it, and then obviously, because all she does is sew it in anyway, she can just sew it back in on my next appointment, because obviously she's going to need to do it properly. So I arrive at a house, and the reason she's in a pissy mood with me is because she sees that I took the weave out of my hair. She was like, "You didn't need to take it out." And I remember she flipped at me, and I remember thinking at first, hang on a sec, who are you talking to? But listen, I didn't want her to mash up my hair, so I kept my mouth shut until it was done. But the point I'm getting at is she flipped at me because I decided to take it out. It was my birthday and I wanted it to look good, and because it didn't look good, I had to take it out. So she was like, "Why did you take it out? You didn't have to take it out." I said, "I did, because it needed to look good," and it didn't. It was all botched and it wasn't sitting right. And she went, "All you needed to do was just leave it, and then I would have only to do this and this." Pissy mood. And it was just awkward. Couldn't even talk to the woman. Like, because I've had to come back, I'm sorry that I have to tell you that your service, that the way you did my hair was not good. But I am going to come back to you and I'm going to tell you if it doesn't look good. You think it's absolutely amazing because it's not your head. But if I'm paying you for a service, I want it to be great. I want it to be perfect, spectacular, because me's got to wear it on my head, not you. So come back, and she went, "So what seems to be the problem?" You know, very condescending, as if to say, I don't know what I'm talking about. So guys, just so you don't get confused, what I'm talking about now is after she'd messed it up and my mum said I need to contact her, I went to hers to get her to do it again, but obviously I told you she was fully booked, she didn't have time to fully do it. So I went to hers and I showed her what I didn't like and that needed doing again, and then she was like, "Okay, I'll do it on your next appointment." I know exactly what I'm talking about. And I sat down and I went, "Listen," I says, "Look," I says, "you see how the weave is like this?" I says, "It means that when I brush it this way, as you can see, look, it's all humped on one side and it's supposed to lay flat." This woman turns around and says this to me. She thinks this is okay to say to me, and it was the fact that she must have convinced herself that this was all right to say. Like, I was in such shock. This is what the woman says to me.
"Look, this is how you're supposed to brush it. You're supposed to brush it in this direction. Because you're brushing it over there, that's why it's going to look all humped. It needs to be in this direction. The way that I've done it, you need to do it this way."
And I was like, but last time I didn't have this problem, and I should be able to brush it any way that I want, because I should be able to brush it any way I want, because that's the whole point of having a frontal. It was like I had a frontal, so it meant that I could wear it in any type of position I wanted, whether I wanted a fringe here, I want to tie it up, you know. She'd done it so that it should be done so that I can wear it any style I want. That was the whole point of having a frontal. So she goes to me, "Oh, no." She says, "Look," she goes, "you're brushing it this way." And she's talking to me like I'm a child. She's like,
"You're supposed to be doing it this way. You need to brush it this way."
And I just thought, I says, "No." I says, "I'm sorry." I says, "I need you to do it again for me, please." So I can't remember. No, I don't think when I went back to her, because I went back to her a few days before I arranged her to do it for me. So I went back hoping she could do it for my birthday. She couldn't do it. So then I had to wait for her to be able to do it properly after my birthday. I was fuming. But then I go back to her. She takes it all out. Obviously, she has to take it out and remove it. Takes it out and then puts it in again. And then it looks good. Like she's actually doing how it's supposed to look. And then I was happy with it. And I said, "Right, thank you very much." And I just remember her giving me this stink face like this. And I just thought, you know what? I ain't coming to you again, love. I thought, if you are going to have a stank ass attitude with me because you didn't do my hair right, I ain't coming to you again. So I remember she did my hair like that, and then that was it. Like, I never went to her house again because I thought, with that attitude like that, I'm not coming to you. You don't deserve my money. You don't deserve it. You think you're something, and it's like you need to chill out, because I'm actually giving you custom. I'm giving you my money, and if it wasn't for me and other people, you won't be anywhere, because we make you a hairdresser. Do you know what I mean? We're your clients. If we don't have any clients, you can't be a hairdresser. So yeah, she needed to kind of like backtrack a bit and realize that, hey, I need to humble myself here. So I remember I went back home, told my mum to look at it again, and I said to her, yes, my hair looks so much better now. So I was like, have a look. And then she had a look, she did the whole hump test and whatever, and she was like, there you go. She was like, that's loads better. She goes, that's how it should have been at first. But I said, exactly. So yeah, my weave was great. I didn't unfortunately get to have the weave that I wanted for my birthday, but afterwards it was nice, it was great. And then I never went to her again. I didn't contact her again. And I remember one time hearing my mum say,
oh, I'm gonna go to her and get her to do my hair.
And I went, do you remember what she did to my hair? She was like,
oh yeah, but I'm gonna ask her to do some.
I'm like, Mom, ask somebody else. So guys, that is the end of my story time. That is the time I had the worst hairstylist experience ever. If you liked this video and you found it entertaining, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Comment down below, tell me if you found it funny, if I had you cracking jokes. Tell me if you found it entertaining. Tell me if you laughed at my misery. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more videos like this, and make sure you click on the bell and turn your post notifications to all, so you always can be notified every single time your girl posts a new video. Also, don't forget to share this video for a laugh, make someone's day. You know, today I weren't feeling too good, and I was like, you know what, let me just film this story time, because every time I think of it, it actually makes me laugh. So I've cheered myself up now, and I hope I've managed to cheer you up during this crazy, horrible pandemic, this time that we're going through right now. It's very confusing. So I hope I've managed to cheer you up just for a couple of minutes and made you laugh and forget about the things that are going on in this world right now. And also, don't forget to follow me on all my social medias that I will leave down here. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!